I was lucky, like genuinely lucky.
I got lucky. I only lost like 1,000 septum. That was about it.
The great headache, did not even touch
The great headache.
I got lucky. I'm so glad that I didn't lose anything.
The Daedric magic was strong last night. It sensed my presence and climbed and...
Come over here. Make sure you set your voice to whispering.
We've got to dealing with a bigger group. I'm happy with all the guardsmen out. But what we're going to be doing is just doing like pretty much 5-10 minutes max outside of town as the bird travels through different like hotspot locations. See if we can come across any.
Yeah, it's fine.
How is the vampire situation here in Falkreath?
It's picking back up, but you know, we got the Silver Dawn nearby.
Now, me and my associates, we're part of the Free Blades of Tamriel. We're hoping to work a little closer with the Falkreath government.
You have to speak to one of the stewards about that one.
Yeah, we're currently waiting on the landlord guy.
Cargill, I believe his name is?
Cargus, yeah.
Cargus, I apologize. Yes, I have met him once.
So good.
But yes, I have spoken with him. Let me introduce myself tonight. If he's not, then if we could know sooner, then that way we're not loitering.
I'll head inside. What's your name again?
My name is Rogu. He knows me very well. We just had a very good conversation.
And I'm Bruno Northwind.
Alright, of what guild?
The Free Blades of Tamriel.
The Free Blades of Tamriel.
And I'm Nilus McWeedus.
Captain the guard.
Nice to meet you.
I'll
Thank
have
you.
a quick see if he's, I'll quickly check it.
Epic.
And don't worry, guys. I can talk. I can get the word out to Altus and Salah.
Sweet.
He's in his head right now. I'll hopefully he'll come back outside. But I've let one of the magistrates know that you're waiting outside.
So we're not going to
pass it on to
loiter
Matt.
in front of here for now. We're going to go patronize the bar.
Oh, good. All right.
Okay, great.
All
We'll
right.
come back soon. Like,
We'll be in the tavern.
Good.
We'll be back soon.
all right,
They're really
gentlemen,
good.
stand attention. Let's go.
Nice.
Alright.
Runic, before I introduce you, your sergeant.
I am Sergeant, yes.
Okay, let me introduce us, and then when I'm done my introduction, I'll transfer it over to you, and you can carry on.
Yes.
Pathman, we are ready.
Yeah, like I could,
Look,
like if we had the
you
stable
see-
to put it in, I get that's what. Alright, let's go.
Wow, I need a torch. It's too dark out here.
Collection, you guys should be privy to.
What's that?
Is this it, friend?
It's just us three for now,
Alright.
for my company.
Hey, let's go to the strategic room of strategy.
The strategic room of strategy.
Yeah, where many strategies transpire,
Where many strategies have been strategized.
so to speak. Yes. All right. Yes, there we. Yes, that's good, Radical. Get right there. Yeah. Very good. Yeah, Seraphel, why don't you join him there? Yeah. Very good. Very
Okay,
good.
so
Yes. Right.
perhaps some introductions are in order for everybody.
Yeah. So, friends, I'm Cargus Pathman. Good to meet your acquaintance. I do all property
Hello.
and different things for the court here in
Nice to
Falkreath.
meet you.
On the
I
table
am-
here is Magistrate Seraphel and Housecarl Radagar. They are ensuring that this meeting goes smoothly.
Indeed, I am Brunic Northwind. I'm a sergeant within the Free Blades of Tamriel.
Very good. And this
This is one of the newer recruits, Dillis McWeedus.
Aye, sir.
McWeedus. Very good. So Rogu came to me, and he discussed some happenings that had transpired, and we got to talking, and then there was certain conversation regarding Rogu. Why don't you break it up?
Okay, well, since four of us weren't present for the original conversation, let me just double check. Dillis, were you with us last night at Glenmore?
Yeah, I was.
And can we just confirm our original objective going to Glenmoral?
The rock place, right, to clear out the cultists?
So the cultists were affiliated with the vampires that we were there for to begin with, right?
Oh, I did not know that.
So, we thought they were cultists at first, but we were supposed to be looking for vampires. But you don't recall, after shortly disbanding the group, there were a bunch of us. And after that, we were leaving the Falkreath and Glenmoral area, headed toward Right Run with Cyric and I. Kargas, you don't know him yet, he's not present, but he's the operative who was present in the Volkahar campaign mission today. Cyric, honey-voiced. I'll get him to you as soon as I can for a first-hand account. But we seen the werewolves there. We reported that to the Whiterun Jarl, who couldn't give to
Where did you see the werewolves?
flight.
Sleeping
Well,
Giant Camp, I believe it was.
Sleeping Giant Camp, okay.
It can be considered a shared area between Falkreath and Whiterun, but it was closer to Whiterun at the time, so I shared it with their authorities who didn't care. I immediately proceeded here to share the information where it was actually well received, which is appreciated. Also, it just turned out that they were looking for other vampire, supernatural werewolf leads.
Yeah.
And in that fact, it had also turned out that somebody we met actually just this morning, after one of our campaigns, happened to just, don't ask me why, don't ask me how, but he ended up inside Castle Volkahar today, performing a first-hand interview with a group of vampires, and turned...
From his report, he said he had stumbled across the Vampire Lord's castle.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna say this. This is not the first time where this castle has been brought up recently.
Uh-oh.
Our Jarl has been sleuthing on this, or kind of mulling about this being something that we should pay attention to in the near future. And as the home of the Silver Dawn, I think it might be important that this information is taken into some consideration, or it's whether or not it's actionable is left to be determined. I do find that there is something, and I think I told you this, Rogu, and I'll tell everyone else. In my last month and a half, I've been spending doing some pretty intense investigations regarding vampirism, and it seems that it's a web where at every single hole they will attempt to have someone get into power who is either sympathetic to the vampiric cause or is a vampire themselves. We have seen it definitively in Windhelm, Markarth, Falkreath, Riften, Ivarstead, and River, and Whiterun. So we know that as a fact, definitively, that is what has happened, right? In all of these locations, we know that has happened.
I would like to mention that I am pretty well versed and well acquainted with the people of Windhelm. The Lord Regent Fat.
Why is his mouth open like?
I can tell you he is not affiliated with the vampires, from my knowledge. Actually, the people there are very vigilant, and they're trying to of course, they're staying within the Windhelm hold of keeping their people safe, but they are not affiliated with the vampires of this at this moment. However,
it's not
in the last reign. However, I have heard that the last Jarl was, however.
Yeah, see, the thing is, though, is that they treat the folk that they influence as disposable cannon, meaning that once one is found out, like Elsilda in Riften, they will immediately then do the work to replace and put another person. Here, we had a steward named Aurora who turned out to be engaging in a level of vampire. And with that came the death of a handful of other folk that we believe are associated with the fact that she was a vampire. They don't always get into positions of outright power, meaning Jarl or Baron. That's not what we're saying. But being in a small position of power on a lower, like a court out or a courier, or something like that, where they can both pose their soft power of whatever political means they have and their hard power of violence.
Well,
All
what's
right,
kind
well,
of
you come walk. Hold on, Drank. You come walking and we're talking about vampires, and you look like that. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Look, man, I like the skull. Okay,
Fair enough.
Carius,
Yeah.
actually,
it's
I'm
drip
not-
over drown.
Hold on,
you know?
Drank.
I was told that during the last
Give us time, Drank. Give us time. You can't be privy to.
war a couple weeks ago. There was actually I can't remember exactly. I think it was either Windhelm, Dawnstar, or Solitude, where the Jarl was a vampire. Where the Jarl was.
Yeah, that will Riften. That was the case before the war. Elsilda was a vampire. We know that in Markarth, their Minter was a vampire. We know in Riverwood that they had someone who owned their general goods store or inn. I can't remember which one it was. They were a vampire, and that they had a thrall under them that was working at Anis's cabin, named Ophelia, apparently. Let me think. In Windhelm, there were two folk who were working not as direct leadership, but one was at the docks and the other was somewhere else. Ah, you're very
Gotcha.
Hello.
Jarl.
Rogue, don't fight the Jarl. Yes,
Wrong
you are
button.
a piss poor house.
I meant to
Carl.
stand at attention.
What do you mean?
That guy just raised his fist at me, and you just stood.
My bad. I meant to stand at attention.
He's not gonna. Alright, resume.
No,
Just
I'm
a quick
very good.
synopsis for you. Rogu came to me earlier, gave me the rundown regarding a little expedition to Glenmoral Coven, was it?
Sir, may I remind you that you met my father just last night before the Great Headache. I might remind you that you provided a full set of rugged steel to him. The family wants to say we're greatly appreciative, but it was lost in the Great Headache, and we would like to show appreciation moving forward. If and when my services are available, my hand and sword are available. Thank you.
Of course.
That being said, apparently they have then brought us information that outside of some of the happenings of their discoveries on their campaign, yes, there was someone that approached them, and I figured you'd want to hear this. Apparently at the castle that you had made mention of the other day, there was an individual that they know that staged an interview with a council of different undead and vampiric-natured people at this castle. I shit you not, this is what they have brought to us. And apparently, in Whiterun, and not regarding this, but regarding complaints of werewolf and vampire, Whiterun is not hearing them out and is not taking their reports seriously, whereas they came to us and they know that, and with beasts like this, we take these reports very seriously.
So yeah, our associate Jarl, one of our new recruits, per se, an operative, he stumbled across Castle Wolfihart and claimed that he saw the vampire lord there and met with a couple of cultists regarding Molech Ball, and had a whole interview with them regarding Molech Ball. As far as we know, our operative is safe. He got out of there, so we're waiting on him to receive more information from him. But we received this through Pigeon. But we just thought, Rogu here was telling me about his proceedings here in Falkreath, and I decided, I thought I was one to follow up on it, and see what was what. I'm a sergeant within the Free Blades of Tamriel. Altus, Stonefist, and Salah the Swordsinger is our leaders. I am within capacity to continue some negotiations and possibly say yes or no to things. Rogu was talking to me about possible opportunities for work within the court of Falkreath, to work alongside y'all.
Good yapping.
We came here to
Very immersive.
information with you in hopes of forming a relationship, to possibly work closer with y'all. He also mentioned y'all offered some land as well. I just want to clarify that.
Yeah, so I said if in the future, let's say we, if the court were to make some sort of agreement on some arrangement between your company and the whole, I would certainly be able to engage in negotiations with the property. That wouldn't be an issue. But I think it would be dependent on what role, you guys would fill, and how it would transpire. You see, that's essentially what we.
Of course, so we are primarily a mercenary company. We do escorts. We go fight monsters for Jarls per se. Of course, the incidents within last night at the Glamori cave, stuff like that. Basically, monster hunters, escorts, mercenaries. Really anything you need us to do, we get our hands dirty and do it. We're hired muscle per se. That technically would be the role we would take. Hired muscle, just muscle. Take care of things that the other people otherwise.
All right.
Of course,
I'm hearing.
Of course, at a moral capacity, I don't believe we will consider doing assassinations and stuff like that. We are purely honorable and we do have a moral code. So.
Yeah, but if the coin is good. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding. How about this, Brunick, Delis, why don't you guys go warm yourselves by the fire outside? I think I'd like to speak with the Jarl and the Housecarl and the Magistrate here in private to discuss some of the things that you guys have said, and then we can bring you back in and we can have something more clear.
Yeah,
Yes,
totally.
sir.
Just let us know.
Whatever you
decide.
just be right, and you guys just go warm yourselves by the fire. We'll keep our voices down.
Indeed.
Very good.
We'll be right out. That went well. What do you think, Rugu?
Yeah, it was lit.
I have a few other things I could have added to that, but they seem to have a direction that they wanted it to go. You can consider this an act of war. Well, if what Sirik said about the Volkahar meeting, it's more than just vampires. This is fun! I'm having fun, are you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I love this. This is fucking great. So we started looking for cultists yesterday at Glenmoral. That was our original thing. And then when we got to Glenmoral Cave, there were people running out of there telling us that there were people there, vampires in there.
Oh yeah. I didn't know if you're telling me.
No, I'm asking. I'm just trying to recollect the events in order last night. Maybe Altus and Sally can fortify this, just if we can get a better recollection of yesterday's events.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Altus.
Get a little better.
Yeah. Altus probably remembers
Gentlemen.
best.
Indeed. Yeah.
Join us.
Oh.
All right.
Okay. All right. So we have discussed some things, primarily me asking for certain approvals and things of this nature. Very good questions were posed. Let me ask you guys a few questions, right? Let me just get a lay of the land.
Yes, sir.
Whenabouts
was your company formulated here in Skyrim?
I know we've been around for at least a week.
Okay.
Honestly, we formulated because we want to have a place to come together and execute. Altus and Salah wanted to create a band of mercenaries to carry out justice, to do honorable work, and that is primarily why they wanted to form this group.
Okay. All right, and let me ask you a question. In your purview, is bestowing justice, slaying beasts, uncovering secrets of beasts and malfeasance of different ne'er-do-wells and things like this, does this, under your purview of understanding of justice, does this allow...
Uprooting the vampire menace within this realm is honestly one of the most noble causes we can ever endeavor to do. They are trouble. They need to be taken care of.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Very good. This I like. This I like. All right. So you're looking for work. Is that so?
Yes, we want
Think bro's cooking.
primarily
He's cooking.
feelings and opinion in this group. We want to work closely together with someone with a little bit more resources than what we can acquire, so we can take care of these vampires once and for all. We will do most of the heavy lifting. We just require resources.
Okay.
Let me interject. That doesn't leave out the opportunity for some of our auxiliary members to opportune themselves in times of need when it comes to gathering materials and resources. This is always
Sure.
a second-hand nature for any moment.
So, well, here's what I can see here. I see a problem that myself, Housecarl Radagar, Serafel, the magistrate, and our great Jarl Razir here, we all have one problem. And this problem is the vampires, right? While they may not seem an immediate issue, it's their ominous presence on the horizon that begs a constant shadow on everyone in Skyrim. Their mere existence is an issue. Yeah? With that being said, it sounds like we have individuals willing to carry out a potential solution. Is that correct, before I continue?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I must interject my own... The Silver Dawn lives here, in Falkreath, right? They have silver weaponry. They have skills and means to be able to defeat certain vampires. However, they are more of a native presence in that if Falkreath were to ever come under immediate attack, we would see them in full force. Actually finding out what's going on the horizon of the vampiric cause is something that I, and I believe all of us, would be more than interested in finding out. Now, you've told us...
I told him exactly that you were interested in having reach beyond your municipal gardens.
Yeah.
Indeed. Like Rogu said, Cyric, our operative who stumbled into Balkihar, we have members who have the brazen and the guts, the confidence and the courage to carry out these endeavors, investigations, and spy work within the guise of risking our lives to find out what's going on, what are their plans, how can we stop them.
Yeah, so to be absolutely certain, you are fully aware of certain permanent recompenses that could come about this exact endeavor by searching in these exact realms. You understand, and so do your operatives. They're fully aware that if something goes wrong, they're
We accept the fate of death.
Okay. Listen, Razir, I don't know. I'm telling you, this sounds exactly like what we needed. Should I give them the conversation about potentially a discounted property to get started on the conversation? What do you think?
If I may interject one more time.
Yes, Rogo.
I don't know if you just want to say yes or no, or if you want to present a third alternative, but perhaps it may be in everybody's interest to include a representative from the Dawn Guard in this conversation. If it's, sorry, Silver Dawn,
the Silver Dawn.
moving forward,
yes.
Just so that they have an understanding of the situation.
I'll tell you something, Rogu. The leader of the Silver Dawn was someone who considered me his milkmaid. All right? I took care of that guy and took him under my wing from the first day he came to these lands. He will do.
Keep hitting my fucking ankle on this chair, bro. Oh, my ankle.
Capacity where potentially some of your operatives are going to be staging themselves as potential beasts in their operation to garner more influence and information. I would have their names, and I would have the Silver Dawn be fully aware of who those people are.
Who is the Silver Dawn?
And Razir would never have any of them killed in some sort of miscommunication. That would never happen.
Understood. So just further to my sergeants saying, we have many skilled warriors and very talented and experienced warriors in our company that are willing to die for...
I think we've only got like 12 people, don't we?
Part of our place is where we're coming from is needing...
We don't gotta
support, moral support. Not so much the financial support, but the resource support. Like I said, we have members that are willing to contribute in gathering where needed and when needed, but we are willing to be the sword and shield of the front line.
All right, well then listen, Rogu, listen, Brunick, listen, Billis. All right, here's what I can offer. Right, I had a property come on the market recently, right, that at one point was occupied by a collective that was paying a good amount of money, and they were a knights organization. But the problem was that they were an ascetic organization. Market came on. It was 1,200 originally. I'd be willing to discount that at, say, $750 a week to help you guys kind of get situated. It's close by town. You'd be able to make connections with all of the suppliers here in town. I'd be able to stamp your approval with many of our smiths and everything like this. Very simple, very easy. You've met the Jarl, you've met a Housecarl, you've met the Magistrate, you've met me. These are good things to know and good people to know when it comes down to garnering more resources.
I, in good faith, cannot give a definitive final answer.
Sure,
but I can. I am at a capacity to say Altus and Salah would I do believe they will be interested in that property.
It is a Falkreath watchtower, by the way. So it's like right there in town.
See, might I ask, just on the logistics, the deed would go in the chosen company member's name, right? It wouldn't be just the company altogether?
Okay. Very good question. So the way that the key system works is as follows. So a Falkreath watchtower has 7 individual storage solutions. These 7 storage solutions are, I believe, 3 sacks, 3 barrels, and a chest. Each of those can be either a key can be, or a lock can be given to an individual or to unique people. That being said, whoever owns that lock can give that key to anyone they choose. So you don't have to. They can, for example, Rogu, if I gave you the key to if I locked the front door of the longhouse, I have to inscribe a name on the lock. If I inscribe your name, then you can walk up, lock the door, unlock the door, and you can grant the key to someone else. Similarly to how you would shake my hand. It's a very similar system, if you will.
I understand completely. I really appreciate you explaining that to us. Thank you.
No worries. A lot of people get worried about it. They're like, well, what if I, I'm not around, or he's not around when I'm around and I need something? No worries. You have the key already.
So,
very simple.
my last question on the property matter. My sergeant was saying that the decision ultimately falls on the leadership of the company to make that decision. But I'll just iterate. I'm sure the primary concern would be having multiple financial commitments to cover throughout the lands. Although I'll say the benefit of this situation, this is a cooperative effort based off of your obvious discounts on the matter, which I will say thank you and extend my gratitude and appreciation. I just want to say thank you. That
it's a public-private acquisition. You guys are going to help us, but obviously, in some cases, it might be best for there to be some level of cover story, as we don't want vampires or anyone coming and knocking on our door, do we?
Indeed.
I understand that entirely.
So
yes,
if anyone were to ask, you'd be like, oh yes, we're here to provide a Overwatch. There's been talk of bandits in the air. Something, very simple. And there may as well be, and you are more than welcome to slay them at your heart's content, my friend.
We act as an arm of justice.
Incredible. Yes, and obviously, if things transpire, you uncover something great and grand, we could talk about some other providings that I could give to you.
So, on that note, it would be important to detail the fact that our presence would never impose on the local security or your royal guard. And we would never act in the capacity or assume such a position that would put us in a place of misunderstanding for the local population or any travelers to misidentify us as municipal guards.
Very good. This is good.
So, that being said, if this occurs, I would find it personal interest to see that our appearance doesn't resemble that of your guard.
I don't think it'll happen. However, it's funny you mentioned that. It has happened a couple times in recent histories. It's good that you're bringing that up, that I know that would happen.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, just to clarify, we will not be working at the capacity of the Guard or the Silver Dawn. We are going to be primarily mercenaries in the service of this court to be operatives, to find out more about the vampire menace and find a way to stop it. Correct?
Yeah, so here's what I'll say. If you're going into vampire territory, right, I'm going to make it so that those who have a vested interest in vampires being killed are well aware that you guys are working in that capacity. And so, for example, if you are out engaging in research and investigation, and there is a circumstance where you happen upon a Silver Dawn, I will make it so that they, in the Silver Dawn, are aware that you guys are similar and that you guys are acting in cooperation, both in the capacity of Falkreath. That being said, I can't promise you they'll give you silver weapon.
Honestly, silver weapons would be absolutely fantastic, because we would be in vampire territory and we're actively operating under the pretense of finding out how we could put an end to the vampires.
But here's what I'm going to say.
But
Right now, your assignment, as I see fit, is to discover more about this castle and and send more operatives to find out more. That is how you are getting this discounted rate. And I could sell that place for $1,500 a month if I wanted to. Even though it's really not that impressive, it's really high up in the sky. And people like how it doesn't have a front door, so that if they go inside with a bunch of their heads don't pop and hurt really bad. So they like that. You can have like 100 people in there, and all your shit would still be locked. It's pretty great.
Indeed.
But that being said, right, I want you guys to find out more. Let's say there's a circumstance. Okay, we've organized some, through some sort of espionage or something. You guys have organized some kind of maybe trade arrangement or something like that, but it's actually an empire, right? Then we definitely would have the Silver Dawn there with you guys, like fighting alongside you guys, potentially even taking orders from you guys, as that is your operation, right?
Indeed.
So this is something that I could certainly work out. Like I said, Lucius is. I created Lucius, and he's their leader.
I would feel very comfortable having Silver Dawn with us when at operations like that, when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah. You guys are plausible deniability.
I would like silver weapons to be granted to us as a considered something that could be considered. It's not. It
can be considered, but I can't promise.
I need silver weapons. Oh yeah, I can't do this without silver. But I would like it to be considered because yes, we vampire.
Yeah, I can't guarantee it, but I can have it be considered.
I get it. Yeah, I know you can't guarantee it.
Sadly.
But that's why I'm saying it the way I'm saying it. I would like it to be considered for the company, just to have that extra measure on our hands, to have that in our back pocket if we ever was to somehow come to blows with the vampires.
Yes, most certainly. I will attempt to have that happen.
But I add, in regards to this situation, the amount of effort that this would take spread across.
Apparently, the server had some people drop, so
is monumental. Wow. Which ones did you mention?
Well, yeah, no, I don't know if they've gotten in Winterhold. I know that there was rumor at Dawnstar, but it was never confirmed. And then Solitude is filled with a bunch of other fucking problems, so.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder how long it would take to, make a cut of all the actual important bits of this.
There's a network. I know that they work together.
This is our...
Sure. It's one congenial group. Like all...
I think we've literally been talking.
One lord. But I could imagine that...
Maybe like 25.
Those that are garnering positions of political power are in those collectives.
Forgive me for asking this. I should know this, but if somebody's afflicted with vampirism or werewolf, their eyes will have a different color, right?
Yeah. So here's the hard one with that, is that there are mortal folk who also have eye colors like that. The
Dunmer.
Yeah, the Dunmer, for example.
The Dunmer have red eyes.
Yeah.
So. From what I understand, the Dunmer have, instead of red eyes when they are infected with vampirism, I've actually seen this. Their eyes kind of turn a yellowish orange instead of red.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yes, I believe that the yellowish orange is indicative of this. However, there are definitely.
I was about to say.
Definitely none of you guys. I know that for a fact. There are folks that have been able to skirt around it, apparently. Yeah. Like Aurora, the steward who used to be. No one knew.
Do you have a protocol for detection set in place?
I mean, you could try the silver ring, you could try garlic. I mean...
So at this point in time, we only have response measures?
Silver is really only...
Honestly, to get someone dead to rights in that regard, you're gonna really have to... You're gonna be deep, You're gonna be deep in the realm of their happening. The best way to go about it... Now, I've had a number of informants die as a result of this. One was killed by the Dawn Guard themselves as a mistake. It was awful. Dawn Guard are incompetent, by the way. But, yeah.
I hope the Silver Dawn are much more competent.
Super competent. They are really cut and dry.
I honestly would like to sit down with somebody from their team to discuss this.
They live at Fort Newground. It's right up the road.
I'm hoping we can get Altus and Soleil here to discuss things in a lot more detail.
They come down often. If you guys stay around town, you will meet them eventually.
I'd like to get at least one of the leaders here with a sort of Dawn guy to get the nitty gritty down, you know?
Yeah. The nitty gritty we can get ironed out with everyone together. Huh?
Right
Telvon
now,
did? Oh my goodness. That's hilarious.
So I do believe moving forward, the most I can do is report everything that has gone on here to the leaders.
Yes.
But I can say that in confidence, we'll be seeing this again.
Load of towels.
I'll definitely be seeing you guys again. I know
2 loads of regular clothes.
that. I know for a fact.
All of this is so. I do believe this is going.
The business that we're in Falkreath is to make folks happy. Now, it might not
Agree.
be, an informant might not be so happy when they get found out and some vampires, ripping their testicles from their body. But hey, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, won't we?
Oh yes, definitely. We're definitely going to be training our folk better.
Very good. Very good. Wonderful. Well, I think that should suffice. Yes, I'll let you guys get back, report back to your leaders, and then
Indeed.
if you ever want to meet up or have some sort of meeting, my rule is as follows. Just inform me, via sending a note under the door when you're in front of the Falkreath. Send a note under the door.
Second
say, hey, I've arrived. I'd like to discuss something.
Technic.
Don't tell me what it is. Don't give me any information, and I'll come out from my slumber in here and address it.
Indeed.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
So-
All right. I will unlock the door so you're not trapped in here like you were scared of.
Oh yes. Come on, Dallas.
See you guys.
You guys are stuck in here with me.
Thank you for your counsel.
Of course.
Thank you.
We're saying this again.
Of course.